What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Degenerates +3. I'm your host, Antony Paisan. With me, I got over here Mitchy Steez, of course. And as always, we're stuck with our boy, Lenny. How you boys doing?
Doing well, Ant. Episode 1, the pilot.
Ooh, a little pilot episode, huh? A little degenerate game. By the way, this show called Degenerates +3 under the umbrella company policy that is the Next Gen Degen Sports Network. It's like little subsidiaries coming off the bottom. This is Degenerates +3, #1 nationally syndicated talk show, gambling show. How'd Thanksgiving go for you boys?
Well, great contribution already from Lenny. I'll take it. I'll go ahead and take it.
Yeah, just take it.
It was great. Good family time. Little, social distancing. It was, I'm glad it was good family time, and I got to see some friends because the football was fucking awful. The games were terrible. At least we had Washington and Dallas, at least, that I thought was going to be somewhat entertaining, and I decided to start rooting for our boy Andy Dalton.
How'd that go?
Not well.
Andy Dalton stinks. Lenny, what about you, buddy? How'd Thanksgiving go for you? And also, side question to Lenny, favorite Thanksgiving food, meal / dish?
Yeah. So, dude, I thought the football games went well. They're very, very well played games. Secondly, favorite dish was the other day I had the cookie layer with the Oreos and the brownie on top. Freaking delicious, but very, very.
Those all from boxed desserts, like Betty Crocker, the kinds you could find in like a grocery store, right?
Yep.
Lenny, did you just take an ice cream sandwich as your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Yes, because dishes are still dishes are. Is that not a dessert dish?
Yeah. So anyway, pilot episode. If you guys don't know what kind of content we're going to be getting from Lenny throughout the duration of this series, you just got a taste of it. So first pick, boys. I say we jump off with a banger. And guess what? The lines and the spreads have changed dramatically. We're recording this as of approximately Saturday evening. Ravens and the Steelers. This is supposed to be on Thanksgiving. Got postponed, moved due to COVID. I'd love to know you guys' picks on this. When you guys have your own nationally syndicated talk shows, you can change the rules. We're gonna go with the old spreads, the ones that we already had. I don't even know what the spreads were. I was too lazy to think of a new write-up for a different game. Lenny, do the ceremonial kickoff. First pick, Ravens and the Steelers. What do you think?
Love the Steelers, man. Love the Steelers.
That's it, right?
Yep, that's it.
All right. So that was quick and easy. I like it. Mitchy, how about you give us the actual commentary now?
Yeah, I tell you what, it's going to be tough to break this game down without stealing or stepping on Lenny's toes from something that he just said during that. But I would say that I really like Baltimore here. I like them to cover. I don't necessarily know about winning outright. It is a game that they need, though. A lot of people have been throwing around Lamar and that whole entire organization, the F word, right? Fraud. We've seen that. They're very up and down. I think they need it. I think Pittsburgh takes their foot off the gas a little bit here at 10-0. They got the division basically locked up. And I absolutely fucking hate Big Ben too. That's not really great commentary, but I think he's bound to have one of those games. Just a couple weird interceptions. And I think Pittsburgh stays behind. And overall, I'd say probably a field goal win for the Ravens.
You know what? I disagree with some of what you just said there, Mitchy, but I like what some of the other stuff you said. I think it's going to be maybe a tight game. Some might even call it a taut game, like a taut piece of rope. This is a good rivalry, though. I disagree with what you said there, Mitchy. They got the division. They got the win. You're telling me the Steelers, one of the oldest rivalries in the game, they're going to take their foot off the gas against the stinking Ravens? I don't think so. This is a great rivalry. I think back to the old days. Troy Polamalu, Hines Ward, Ed Reed. You got the Ray Lewis, Big Ben. He's still here, by the way. Accused, convicted. We don't know what's going on with him, but he did some things. We know. Last time I took the Ravens here, I got burned. Lenny took my money. All right. That stunk. The Ravens stink. Here's what I'm thinking. I think the Steelers are going to win. I think they're going to crush them. Lamar stinks against the Ravens. Last, 2 games, he's thrown 7 picks, 4 fumbles. The Ravens are figured out. They're like the 2009 Wildcat. They're second grade. I like the Steelers -4. I'm going to lay the points here. And I think the line's probably not going to be 4 points, but it's 4 in my book. And the extra, that's a good first pick, boys. I like that. By the way, first official segment of the show. Nicky Ravioli, who's going to be a recurring guest on the show. By the way, this is a show by Degenerates for Degenerates. Nicky Ravioli, he's just a straight up degenerate, and he's a big gambling guy. He wanted to give his numbers of the day. These are, you boys might want to jot this down. These are good, hot numbers. All right. He gave me 4. He likes the number 5, 21. I like that number too. I like 21, 33. And he told me to roll on 36 red. Those are the hot numbers of the day. That segment is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. So next pick, we love our friends of the show, by the way. Next pick, Chargers going to Buffalo. This is a hot game. This is a fun game. Mitchy, kick us off.
Yeah, I absolutely love this game for the uniform combination, number one. I don't know what it's going to be 100%, but I know both those teams are going to be looking great. More importantly, looking great together out there. I like a lot of points in this one. Justin Herbert slinging it around. I like over 52. I think the Bills will win this game, but I don't really like it picking one or the other because it's going to be a weird game, but I think a lot of points. And I think Buffalo, I really like them. Sneaky, not that good at defense anymore all of a sudden, though. Like, I think they were really, really good. That was a big strength the past couple years as they kind of, snuck into the playoffs with Tyrod Taylor a couple years ago. Then you get Josh Allen and the defense kind of carried them. Now it's tilted where it's like that offense is pretty scary with Allen. They pick up Diggs. They can run the ball. Of course, not ever with Devin Singletary because he's on my fantasy team. So God forbid they give that guy a touch, but they still can run the ball well with Moss and whatnot. Allen spreads it around, makes plays. But the defense, I don't know. I like Herbert to go off on them a little bit. I like this maybe like a 35-27 type of game, but I think a lot of points.
I like that. I like Francesca. Give us this is Francesca, by the way, Mia Moore. Francesca, give us your hot take on this game. What are you thinking here? This is a celebrity shot.
I think the Bills are going to win, and that's it.
That's a great, you know what? That commentary was about 100 times fucking better than anything Lenny's ever provided for this guy.
I just had more passion than Lenny did when I said it.
Way better. Actually, let's just get it out of the way. Lenny, what's your pick here, Lenny? Give us
real quick, if I may interject, sorry to cut you off. Sorry, not sorry, Lenny. Wasn't from back to Nicky Ravioli segment, one of his hot numbers, if I recall, was 33, right?
33, you're right.
That's the percentage that Lenny is getting off this thing. I mean, anyway, Lenny, go ahead. Take it away. What do you got on Chargers Bills? Jesus.
So I did some serious research. I did a full write-up. It looks like the Bills are coming off of a bye week. So they're well rested up, had a lot of food on Thanksgiving. They might be a little sluggish in the first half. You never know. But I like Josh Allen throwing it deep, right? Against a LA Chargers team who gave up 28 points to the freaking Jets, who are, by the way, 0-10. So, let alone, I do like the Bills. I like that. I like the over. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. And we got Bills Mafia, baby.
There we go, Mitchy. So, in other words, the Jets are 0-10, and the Bills are coming off a bye. That's the kind of content that just got spoon-fed to us. Awesome job. This is going to be right here, boys.
Stuff you care about, man. Stuff you care about.
Battle. This is going to be a battle. Battle of Tanny Hill, right? Battle of Josh Allen versus Justin Sherbert, baby. By the way, just got a new haircut. Guys, looking sharp, all right? This is going to be a fun game. Me and Mitchy kept saying the word fun. This is the game of fun. That's a different F word. We got fraud, we got fun. This is a fun game. It's going to be a shootout. Sherbert has been marching in almost all of his games. The guy's slinging it. He's broken rookie records for 3 touchdowns in a game, X amount of times in a season, whatever. Bills are coming off a bye. They're rested. Josh Allen and that rocket ship of an arm. He's trigger. He's itchy. He's hungry. He's going to overthrow that ball 15 yards consistently as usual because he stinks. I'm not a big total guy. I don't love playing totals, but I love the over. 53.5. Jets just put up 28 on them. Miami put up 29 on the Chargers. Bills are going to put up at least that. Sherbert's good for 21 himself. Over 53.5. I love that.
Quick tidbit that I got from Francesca, I believe a week or so ago. Sherbert always looks like he's, I don't know, a little bit concerned out there. Every time they pan to him, you look at his face, it's like he's just a little bit worried about what's to come. You
No,
know, when you have
that's-
a quarterback on the sideline, whenever they pan to Andy Dalton, God bless him, as much as I love him, whenever they
No.
pan to him and like we're down by a touchdown or something bad just happened, you get a look at him and you're like, this guy, right? Versus like they show Burrow, when the Bengals roll, no matter what it is, they show him and he's like, you show Tom Brady. You don't ever go to the sideline and Tom Brady's got the dumb Eli Manning looking face like, oh, I don't know if I want to go back out there. That's kind of what the vibe is. Anyway, go ahead.
No, yeah, I get that. Andy Dalton fucking stinks. I picked up on all that. So next segment, by the way, guys, this is going to be great. What do we got here? This is a personal favorite. Shout out. Who do you guys want to give a shout out to? I give a shout out. Paul Giamatti. At least once a week in this house, I'm on the couch, I'm in the kitchen, and I'm just thinking, what the heck is Paul Giamatti doing right now? Is he walking his dog? Is he at the grocery store? He probably pays someone to mow his lawn. Is he mowed his lawn? He was in that movie Big Fat Liar. Guarantee Mitch has not seen that movie. Shout out Paul Giamatti. What about you, Lenny? Who do you want to give a shout out to?
I do not know his name off the top of my head, but number 11 from the St. Louis basketball team won us the bet earlier.
That's a.
Yep.
I'm sure. Yeah, you definitely didn't just come up with that on the spot. Great job.
This is the same guy that was making sure that I did write-ups on this game, and his shout-out was number 11.
Guys, pressure all week. Hey, your write-up
St.
done.
Louis, he says.
Is your write-up done? Is your write-up done? This guy's pressuring us all week. He comes up doesn't even know the guy's name. Number 11. All right.
Dude, it was on the spot, man. It was not on the spot, but I just saw the game like a couple hours ago.
Okay. Anyway, Mitchy, shout out. Who do you want to? By the way, this sponsored by Mitchy. What do you think?
Yeah, I tell you what, I appreciate Lenny bringing college basketball to the forefront. Shout out college basketball being back in general. That's the one thing that saved. That's the one thing that saved Thursday night with Baltimore and Pittsburgh being canceled was college basketball. I'm going to shout out Fats Russell.
Ooh.
So Fats Russell, gentlemen, he's a guard for Rhode Island. First of all, his name's Fats Russell. Secondly, they lost to Boston College. And when I tell you this man's the only reason they were in the game, Boston College was just a better team, and Fats would just get the ball and just take it over and over and over. I don't know what he ended up with, like 30. Shout out to Fats, though. Best name in college basketball. Best name going, probably.
That's a good name. That's a good name. For a second, though, Mitchy, I thought you were about to give a shout out to college basketball. That would have been a good shout out. Those are equally good shout outs. I love those shout outs. Those are good. Now, folks, this might be the game of the week. Ooh, that's good. Game of the week. Chiefs, Bucs. I love this game. This is going to be incredible. I think this is going to be a fun game. By the way, our Lord and Savior Preppy Bets just shot me a message on Instagram. We'll talk about him later, making me a lot of money. This is going to be a great game. This game, Chiefs, Bucs, been circled on the calendar all year. Lenny, I know you've got a write-up for this game. Give us the goods. What are you thinking here? What do you like?
Yeah, so I'm looking actually at the weather report, right? And it looks like it's going to be a 78-degree, partly cloudy day in Tampa Bay. Now, remember, Tom Brady's career has been built in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Cold weather, snowy, windy. I don't think these are his normal conditions. I'm going Chiefs all day long here. Cool. Can't handle the heat in his own home now.
Yeah, he's only played 10 games in that home this year in that heat. But no, he can't handle the heat in November for sure. Awesome pick. Love it. Mitchy, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I need to recover from that before I go into how I feel.
Just take a moment.
Lenny is saying that Tom Brady is at a disadvantage because the weather is going to be perfect.
Yes, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day with a light breeze blown diagonally across the field. Might have caused overthrow.
Hey Lenny, do me a favor. Can you say Walter Ray Williams Jr. 3 times fast for me real quick?
Ray Williams Jr.
Okay, that's a no-go. Say again. Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Ray Williams Jr.
Oh, faster. You're taking too much time.
Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Ray Williams?
Williams, man. Not an issue.
All right, that's good. Crushed out.
All right, this is my colder shoulder boulder pick of the week. We're going to go into All right, so wait. Okay, Kansas City, Tampa Bay. I think this is actually gonna be my flipperoo pick of the week, because when we talked a little bit, Antony and I, about a couple of these games, and we circled this one. Obviously, everybody circled this one. Bucs, Chiefs, big red circle on it. Everybody's excited for the game, and it was, oh my God, Mahomes. Brady. People have talked here and there about, the Bucs defense is this and that, but I'm just thinking points. Flipping. I like the under.
Oh, you're killing me. That's terrible.
Gentlemen, it hurts me to say it, but it's so high right now, and it keeps going up. The public loves the Chiefs, and they love points, and it's just like, I think Big Cat on PMT says, I forget something about what does he say about unders?
Your life's too short to bet.
Life's too short to bet the under, right? I can't believe I lost that one for a moment, but it's true, because it's like the most painful thing. But we actually went back, Antony, back and forth on this as well. That everybody says it's the most painful thing to bet the under and have them score a bunch of points, right? But I just think the knife gets twisted harder when you are wanting points and you just see a dud game. Sorry in advance, Francesca. Let's say the Bears are playing somebody.
Oof.
Right? And they can't score. And the Bengals have been that way for 75% of my life. So no disrespect, right? That's my team as well.
No disrespect to Francesca.
But I think it hurts just as much, and we overinflate. Like, dude, Vegas knows what they're doing. It's going to be probably close to that mark. 57 points is so much. I still think the Chiefs are going to be able to get the ball down the field, have a bunch of big-time plays, over, a bunch of those 25-yard plus plays on the Bucs defense. But I just think 57 is way too much. I like it to be like 30-20 Kansas City type thing.
I got a feeling you're gonna eat these words, Mitchy. I got a decent write-up here, though. But hey, that's the fun in sports gambling, right? This is gonna be a good game. This is Patty Cakes Mahomes. Ooh, Patty Cakes Mahomes versus Tampa Bay. Well, a couple stats for you. Tom Brady, 23-12 as an underdog since 2003. 23-12 as an underdog for the last 17 years. Chiefs, you're laying 3.5 on the road. Here's what I'm going to say. You guys remember Tommy? You remember Tommy getting shit on against the Saints? What was that final score? 38-3. What did he do the next week? He took his anger out, doubled up on those Panthers, killed them. What just happened last week, boys? LA Rams. They come into Tampa Bay. They beat the Bucs outright. Now, I'm not a whole statistician probability kind of guy, but there seems to be a pattern here. When Tommy B gets embarrassed on national television, what's he do the next week? I want the 3.5. I want every ounce of those 3.5, right? Here's what I'm going to say about this game. Chiefs were just in a super competitive game with the Raiders. It came down to a field goal. I like by the way, I had the Raiders plus 7.5, just an FYI. Tommy stinks in primetime this year. I want all those points. I'm either going to be way off, by the way, and Chiefs are just going to straight up murder them 42-6, or it's a field goal game. And I will mention I am undefeated in all the games that I've won. I want Bucs 3.5, and I want the over. Give me the over. I want points on this one. This is going to be a fun game. Circle it. I love it.
Right up, Antony, if I may.
For sure.
Quick. You just changed my mind. I'm sticking with my guns on the under. I still think 57 is so much for an NFL game. However, I wouldn't take it, because I don't like a game like this to take who I think is going to win, because it's so like, who knows, really. They both can be the best team in the NFL. Could be a Super Bowl preview, by the way. Could very well be that. But when you just talked about Tom, not only the coming back from getting hammered, he just comes back and plays well. But I specifically remember one of those games he got hammered was against who?
Ooh.
These Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's go, baby.
They lost by like 40. Tom got sat for Jimmy Garoppolo at the time, if you recall. Patriots were 2-2. The sky was falling. And guess what came next? Unfortunately, all of my friends were on to Cincinnati. That's where it started. They beat us by 150 on Sunday Night Football. And the rest was history, and he just keeps doing it. So didn't mean to steal your thunder, but man, as you were talking, I was like,
Oh, that's a good game, though. This is going to be a fun game no matter what happens. Here we go, boys. By the way, this is a fun one. Titans, Colts. Third one on the marquee.
Oh, Francesca says Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs are going to win by a ton.
think the Chiefs
Blow
are
out.
right
Yeah.
time.
Damn.
What?
I said by a ton. Damn.
Yeah, I think that. No, yeah, I think the Buccaneers suck. So
No,
I think
now that's some. Now, Francesca, I love that. That's some solid commentary.
Hey,
I
the
do-
Bears straight clapped the Buccaneers.
And the Bears are like not super solid in general. And they're like, it's like anyone's guess on like who the quarterback is like every week. And they beat them. And it's just a whole situation. Yeah. He was
down.
confused.
What down is it? I love it. No, I tell you what, Mitchy. I mean, Francesca is building a pretty solid case here for a reoccurring guest, maybe third co-host so far. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Though.
Yeah, we'll see. I get it. Just assume have her go into the other room and Lenny. We'll see you later.
Guys,
Oh man, that's unfortunate that we're using.
All right,
Let's
let's stop talking. Titans Colts. Titans Colts. We got a good one here, boys, and Francesca, of course. Titans Colts. Lenny, you're due for.
I went first last time, so why don't we hear some commentary from you first?
You want me to go for? You know, what? I'll go first. I got
Change
it.
it.
Titans Colts. I'm gonna lay the fire on this first one. Okay?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Here's what I'll say. I've gone back and forth on the Colts. I thought they were frauds for most of the year. They couldn't beat a good team. What they beat? They beat the Bears. They beat the Jets. They beat the Bengals. All those teams stink. I thought they were. They're frauds. I thought the Colts were frauds for most of the
They
year.
beat the Bengals, Mr. Antony, Mr. Paisan.
Yeah.
Have a little respect because we haven't gotten to the Dolphins yet. They beat the Bengals by 3. They were down 21-0 in that game. I will let you go because I'm going to go off on the Colts.
It's my turn. Maybe show a little bit of.
Yeah, it is your turn. My fault.
No big deal. Titans
We'll see
Colts.
how you react if I say
the
something
Colts-
disrespectful
Colts
about
and Bears
Miami.
was
We'll see
19
if
and
you wait
11.
your
It
turn.
wasn't a blowout either.
I know you guys are new to show business. There's a continuity kind of thing in show business. You got to let the anyway.
Yeah.
Titans Colts. Thursday Night Football a couple weeks ago. Titans Colts. I was thinking like a fan. I love Ryan Tannehill. I'm biased. I like Titans. I like the Tits. They're a good ball club. Okay. And guess what? My crystal ball, Preppy _bets. Follow him on Instagram. Official betting page of this show, by the way. He told me, don't bet the Titans. He said, Tanny's QBR has dropped consistently since Taylor Lewan got hurt. Don't bet the Titans. Guess what? I put money on the Colts, 34-17. Great choice. I got to be honest. I was wrong about the Colts. I just think they needed some time to heat up. I like this team. They got a killer defense. I think this number's low because the Titans just beat the Ravens in overtime with all. I think this line should be a little bit higher. Tanny's super average, guys, when the environment is not perfect. I like Colts -3, but we did have a show rule. We had a show rule. If it's within 3 points, you can take the money line. I like the money line more than Colts -3. I don't think this is going to be a 1-1 split down the middle. I think the Titans kind of stink, and I like Colts money line. Give me the ML. Mitchy, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, here's the thing. Tannehill, I don't think I think you're right that when things aren't perfect, he's kind of like he's above average just overall by like a little bit, right? Can kind of go one way or the other. You get the Titans that run the ball down Baltimore's throat in the second half when they needed to and just man football them to death and win. You also get the Titans that are one of the 2 wins that the Bengals have this year. So you just don't really know what you're going to get. That game, referencing our weather girl Lenny, that game was big time win though. So I think that did go in the Bengals' favor. Just if you're obviously the better team is going to be the one that could potentially not benefit from that, right? Turn it over more, weird things happen. So we'll give a little bit of leeway to Tannehill there, but I don't think he needs to be great. I think the Colts, they just piss me off. They're okay, but they're not that good. And all year we've been hearing that this is the best defense in the NFL. Statistically, this is the best defense in the NFL. And I remember the Cincinnati Bengals waltzing into Baltimore, okay? Just got our first win against Jacksonville, only a couple weeks into the year. We're not sure how this, the season landscape's going to look. Okay, Joey B, we got a win. We go into Baltimore, and Joe could not even blink before he was on the ground. Like, he was sacked like 10 times. Watch the game with Francesca up here in Indy at B-Dubs. It was absolutely depressing. There was not a single thing to cheer about. And that Ravens defense just ate the offensive line for the Bengals. And the whole thing was like, How is this franchise this incompetent? How do you draft a guy like Burrow? Nobody can block, blah, 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 blah. And then the next week, we went in banged up with that shitty line. There were 2 other guys that were injured. And it's like, oh no, the Colts have the best defense. And what did we do? We scored 28 on them and moved the ball down the field over and over again. We're driving down by 3 at the end, and Joe threw a pick on like the 20-yard line. But it's like, this is the best defense. They hit Burrow like twice against the Bengals. And I'm watching them play the Packers, and it's like, oh, wow, what a heroic job by the Colts in the second half. You gave up 28 in the first half. It's not like they're the freaking 85 Bears. So I just think, especially in the AFC South, it's weird. They beat each other up. Both these teams are good, not great. But I like the Titans as it gets colder. I like the Titans in playoff football. It's Tractor Cito season, as PFT commentator would say. Nobody wants to tackle Derrick Henry ever. And I don't know, weather girl Lenny, what's the weather going to be? Are we playing in a dome? Is it in Indy?
Let me see. Let me get the weather.
Roof open or closed?
Roof open or closed? It's going to be closed. But anyway, playoff, as we start to get toward the playoff.
Open maybe though.
Open. Oh, true, because it's a little chilly. But either way, they're going to run the ball down their freaking throat. No one wants to tackle Derrick Henry. So give me the official pick. Give me Titans outright.
Man, that was great, Mitch. I think I'm 4 years older, and I'm about chicken breast in after that essay you just wrote for us. That was great. That was a great movie. That was almost a movie. I love it. That was a
you did make
and
sure.
I'm so present in the moment that I didn't see it. I don't see movies.
That's good. No, by the way, fun fact: Mitch has never seen a movie in his life, ever.
Hey, Mitchy, question for you: Have you seen the Joker?
That would be a no.
It's a rhetorical question. Mitch has never seen a movie in his life. Not once. You can name any movie. He's seen the Titanic. That's the one in 1997. He saw a 3-hour movie. You ask him if he's seen any other movie. He's never seen a movie. Lenny, what are you thinking here? Titans Colts.
Yeah. So, Mitchy, the roof will be closed. Weather will not be a factor. I got it right here. No factor. But anyway, coming off 2 weeks ago, week 10, Colts Titans. Colts put a beat down on the Titans, right? By double digits. So Titans are out for blood. Colts were favored in that game by 1. Last week, Titans beat Ravens in OT. Ravens, pretty good football team.
Holy shit! Can I just interject and say how fucking terrible this guy is?
Then we got wait. Then we got.
I don't know what's good or bad though, because I didn't even prepare anything. I just went off the cuff and I thought I crushed mine, and then I was met with
this guy a week.
That one really took a while. And then Lenny comes on and he's like, last week this was the result for the Titans. Last week this was the result for the Colts.
Lenny, just give us what's your pick. What's your pick?
I'm giving stats to back up my pick.
We don't give a shit. What is your pick?
Basically, Colts held the Green Bay Packers against a good team, beat them out, right? And that's Green Bay is a passing team.
Yes,
and they are a train with Derrick Henry coming full speed. Like Mitchie said, no one wants to tackle that guy. I got coming off the revenge from 2 games ago. I got Tennessee coming into Indy and beating down the freaking Colts.
Wow, I love it. It's funny you actually bring that up, Lenny, because we think about different games here and there, right?
Sure.
Who's your favorite rushing quarterback in the NFL, Lenny?
I would say rushing quarterback, probably Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. I love it. Well, I wanted to reference a tweet that one at Lenny BBF had tweeted last week, a couple days ago, actually.
BBF definition.
Beers, boys, and football. Lenny loves his boys. He likes his beer and football. But at Lenny BBF, you can follow him. It's him. It's his account. He said 2 days ago, Thanksgiving game, he said, quote, "Seems like there was much more of a threat for QB runs and scrambles before Dak went down. #melanin." Now, you can read into that as much as you want, but I mean, I think we have the source on the show. I was wondering if you could explain that tweet for us, Lenny.
Yeah, I just think that rushing quarterbacks have a different perspective of the game, and they bring a whole new aspect. And now now that the Dak's gone, it's like, who's going to run the ball?
Why'd you put hashtag melon in it though? In the tweet? Like, what does that have to do with
Yeah, do you not like a good melatonin when you sleep at night?
I think those are two different things, Lenny. What I'd also say is, yeah, I was a little rubbed the wrong way. I saw it. I didn't say anything. I shot Antony a text and said, hey, can you look into this? Because not only was I taken aback, obviously, just based on the comment, obviously the hashtag, but that was coming off the heels of, I think it was 3rd and 12 for Dallas. And what did Andy Dalton do? He stepped up, he ran, he made a little move and dove for a first down. I don't see why you can't give that type of play credit. But when Dak does it,
it's like, yeah, and it's crazy too. I mean, one could read into that tweet. It's just, Dak rushing quarterback, Andy not. I don't, me personally, I don't see a difference between the two. I think Lenny does, and it's funny though because
I think you just got more confidence with one versus the other. One is going to throw the ball.
Okay, I'm not really sure if you're making this any better, but it's funny that we say that because Lenny's he's following exclusively Democrats on Twitter, which is where he's following Pete Buttigieg, Andrew Yang, Michelle Obama, Bill Clinton, Billy Santoro XXX. I don't know who that is, but that's Joe Biden.
Porn star Antony?
No. I think he's actually the #1 rated male porn star on redblood.com, I believe, actually.
Good for him.
No, but he follows him, though. I mean, this is a no judgment show. But Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders, CNN, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You'd think a guy with this much hatred in his heart wouldn't be a sworn Democrat, but, you think a guy. Anyways, guys, Bears-Packers. Well, let's get to this game. This is the Sunday night football game. This is going to be a killer game. Actually, I take that back. I fucking hate this game. This is the worst game on the sheet. It's terrible. I think I've got a compelling argument for my pick here, though. This Bears defense is historic. It is so unbelievably sad that they have their talent wasted on the offense, which is one of the worst, hottest, stinking, garbage. The Bears are terrible. That offense is so bad. Last Bears game against Minnesota, 19-13. I had Vikings money line, by the way. That offense stinks. I don't see the Bears putting up more than 13. They could only put up 13 against the Vikings. That was with one kickoff return touchdown. They put up 6 points of offense against the Vikings. Do you see the Bears putting up more than 13 against the Packers? I don't. My only fear for this game is this. Who's suiting up for the Bears? Mitch Trubisky, right? We know we're getting a Nick Foles before he got Batista bombed and shattered 4 vertebrae in his hip or whatever. We got Mitch Trubisky coming to this game. That's the only wild card. Oh, wait, it's not, because guess what the score was the last time Mitch Trubisky suited up against the Packers? 10-3. 13 points. That's a total, right? I love the under. The total's 45. If the Bears put up 13 like they did against Minnesota, you'd have to put up 32. The Packers would have to put up 32 or more to have this go over. And that Bears defense, I just don't think they let 32 go up on them. I want the under. Give me the under. I love the under in this game. I hate the spread. Mitch E.
Great. Francesca did want to be on record saying she has the Titans to beat the Colts. I think that you said it best there, Antony. It's a tragedy to watch the Bears defense just go out there possession after possession. They lost that Titans game 24-17. And I mean, they caught Montgomery, who I really like, but he doesn't usually, cough it up too much. He fumbled 70-yard touchdown return. That, they had a defensive touchdown on them, and they still were in that game. As bad as Foles was, I actually really like the fact that they have Trubisky coming back, not as like a long-term. We've kind of seen what we get out of him, right? He's not going to most likely take you too far, but I like that he's coming back as like a jolt of energy, a little bit of a spark maybe. I think that they'll keep this thing close. I do think that Aaron Rodgers will probably get them, unfortunately, in the end. But it's really, I don't know, are either of you guys baseball guys at all? I got a little analogy for you.
Not one bit, but What's
Yeah,
the
I'll break it down for you anyway, because some of our viewers might be. All right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Jacob, the Bears are the Jacob DeGrom, or the Bears defense, I should say, is the Jacob DeGrom of the NFL. Jacob DeGrom, you got to look him up because you'll at least understand just looking at the numbers. He's a New York Mets starting pitcher, and he has put up the last couple years just historically unbelievable stats, and he hardly wins any games. Like, he hardly wins at all because he'll give up one run, the Mets give up, and the Mets don't score, right? And that happens to him all the time. Like, I think he won a Cy Young last year, so best pitcher in the entire league on a team that won, like, I don't know, 30% of its games. It was unbelievable. I think that's what the Bears are right now. It's painful to watch. The defense just keep getting the ball back from him. But I'm sick of looking at Nick Foles' stupid face when he goes out there. Talk about guys that just don't care and he just looks like he doesn't care about winning. And I think Trubisky is going to make some dumbass throws. There's going to be clips of him looking at a guy for 10 seconds that's wide open and then taking a sack. But I like him a lot better. He's going to play hard and keep these guys in it. Give me Packers 20-17.
You want the under 2, huh?
Oh, 100%. If that goes over 45, I will shave half of my head, and then the left side I'll dye it purple.
Wait, I just want to go back and confirm that. What are you going to do? What happens?
Yeah, so I got I'm getting the haircut here soon. Half of it shaved, half purple. Shaved
What
purple.
happens? What happens?
If that game goes over 45.
We've got a documented pick right here, boys. If that game goes over 45, Mitchy Steez is going to shave half his head and the other half's going to be purple. We can hold him to that, accountable.
It might be more of a black cherry.
Like a chartreuse. A chartreuse, maybe. I like that. I say we just skip Lenny's pick on this.
I got a good analogy for you here, man.
Okay, so hurry up.
So, Antony and Mitchy, have you ever put a puzzle together?
It's Antony.
Have you ever put a puzzle together, like a puzzle, or you've got to put pieces in?
No, we've never put a puzzle together. Okay. Hurry up. Come on,
man.
There you go. What happens if you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle? Can you finish the puzzle? No, right?
Oh, you can't. You're really sad.
Yeah, the Bears are missing some pieces for the puzzle. They can't finish a game. They can't play football. They're not winning this game. I like the under as well, and that's my take.
No spread pick at all, right?
I like the Packers. I'll take the minus 9.5, whatever it is. I'll take it.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't. Yeah, that's the thing I didn't like. In reality, I think the Bears to keep it close, but that's just a weird spread, right?
No. It's a great pick. He's got a great pick, Mitch. He's a true professional. I'd say we just move on.
The Bears cannot finish a game if they don't have all the pieces to the puzzle.
All right.
Let's let the resident Bears fan Francesca.
Yeah, Francesca, give us the good. What do you think?
Whatever he just said.
I love the Bears. I agree. They're struggling a lot.
Yep.
Foles does not care, has a face like he doesn't care, doesn't try really. I agree that Trubisky would be good for one game and not for like a long period of time, because then maybe he could like try to prove something in one game. But 100% going to keep it close because the defense is like perfect against Rodgers and could be a fun, quick little upset. Keep it like Bears winning.
Yeah.
Be fun.
This could be a sprinkle.
Because
this could be
the
a sprinkle the money
defense
line.
will score at the end and then win.
That's it's shocking to hear actual quality commentary. Another person on the show for once, which is good. I love that. That's a little sprinkle the money line. Huh? I love that, Francesca. That's good. Mortal locks, boys. I got 2 mortal locks this week. We doing a single mortal lock? Are we accepting doubles? What are we doing here?
We'll accept doubles.
We'll accept doubles. I love it. How about we start with the person who's definitely gonna screw this up first? We'll just get that knocked out of the way first. Lenny, mortal lock of the week. What is?
I had one. I changed it. I can't remember what the other one was, but I love.
Sounds like you felt really confident there.
Yeah.
No. I made it the other day. Can't remember what it was. There we go. We got 2 mortal locks here. The Saints minus 14.5. Love it. Denver's coming in at no QBs.
Is that a teaser?
Huh?
Is that a teaser? You don't know what a teaser is, dude.
Yeah, call it. I love it.
The line is 6, not 14 and a half.
Well, looking at this app here, it's called CBS Sports. I'm not sure if you ever heard of it. It's the Denver Broncos.
God, you scared me there.
The Denver Broncos are favorited or plus 14 and a half, and the over is 36. So I imagine there's probably not going to be much scoring, but the Saints still got Taysom Hill. They got their.
I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure none of those numbers are right.
That is a backwards, wild.
I'm pretty sure you guys are just not.
Folks, you can't write these ones up. The over is 36. Are you for the Saints? Are you kidding me?
I promise you, that's what I'm looking at right here.
What?
Although.
While I'll actually look it up, Mitch.
Hold on. Although, so I'm looking at CBS on the laptop and also CBS on my phone. I'll try to share my phone here.
We don't know. No sharing. No sharing. Just what's your other pick? What's your other pick?
Because one of my you go ahead, Lenny. Because one of mine was the Saints. For some reason on my app, I'm looking at that game's not showing up, but I had it at -6 as well. And when he said 14,
someone's got to be hurt.
I'm gonna send it to you here. Look at what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Denver Broncos 14.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at that. We're in the middle of the show, Lenny. So if you want to just give us your other mortal lock,
who in the world could have gotten hurt for the Broncos to make it 14 and a half? Their quarterback is Drew Lock.
No,
who got hurt that would make it? You know what I mean?
Denver Broncos, no quarterbacks coming into the game. No eligible quarterbacks coming in the game.
Oh,
none. Nope. They physically have no passing game this week. So they got nothing.
That might be it. So you're taking the Saints -14 and a half. That's your mortal lock.
Yep. And I don't know if they're going to score. I don't know if the Denver Broncos are going to score a game. Score a touchdown. Then the other one. Then the other one is I love LA Rams -6.5. San Fran stinks. Done. See ya. LA Rams win by touchdown.
Oh, Royce.
So we're gonna go ahead and move on to Mitchy's mortal lock. Your mortal lock, Mitchy Steez. What are you thinking here? What's your mortal?
I got to be honest here, fellas. I just got my world rocked there because in every possible way, I felt Saints -6. I love it. I'm not saying that hearing the news that Denver, Francesca is now reporting Royce Freeman. A guy that I kind of like as a second or third running back out of the backfield for them. He's their emergency quarterback.
By the way, friend of the show, by the way.
Friend of the show.
They also have Kendall Hinton, who could be that too. So they haven't decided.
A wide receiver.
It's kind of like that tragedy that happened in 2001. It's like, where were you when you found out that this happened? We were here.
I hate it. I hate this game now so much because I don't know why that's that backwards gambling mentality where it's like, this should make you think, oh, even more Saints, but 14 and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, the Saints are I would say really good, not great without Breeze. I like Taysom Hill, but on offense, he had some weird, big completions. Every highlight I saw, he was on the run, off his back foot, slinging into double coverage, guys diving backwards to catch it.
That's a football player.
He's a football player. I freaking love Taysom Hill. I'm just saying, can you see a scenario where this is just a weird game? They win 20-9, basically like they did last week? Because I can, and now the line's 15 points. That pisses me off. I'm still gonna take the Saints. So I'll still lay that 14 and a half. But as I'm looking at it, my other mortal lock, I got two. My other mortal lock, and oh man, I feel like I could potentially. Now I just got to go with my guns on this. I love the Cleveland Browns. I love the Cleveland Browns. Okay. I think that in the past, the Browns have had teams that have won games and they've looked okay. They've had Brian Hoyer. They've had Kevin Hogan, who the Bengals just signed. He's our new backup behind Brandon Allen. It's going to be a shit show. If you guys want to get a little bonus segment about how bad that'll be, won't be much to talk about. Anyway, but the Cleveland Browns in the past, they've had kind of gimmicky teams, right? Where it's like, okay, they have some players, they have a decent defense, but now they got the full package. They have a really, really, really good defense, in my opinion, a really solid defensive line that did their job last week, even though Myles Garrett was out of the game. Everybody thought, hey, he's the one that makes everything go. He's the reason why they stop people, and he's obviously amazing, but he was out, and they were still great. And they had the dynamic duo, Hunt and Nick Chubb. And guess what? Kevin Stefanski has figured it out. You don't put Baker Mayfield back there and throw it 60 times. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. They're playing a bad Jacksonville team that wants that number 1 pick anyway. It's only a touchdown spread. The Browns have played in close games. They're finally in a position where it's like, hey, you are supposed to be the good team. You're playing a shitty team. Everyone is thinking, but it's the Browns. Go and smack them. Browns by 21. Landslide. They're going to blow them out.
Ooh, blow them out, huh? You're going to blow them out.
Lenny, what's the weather like? I think the game's in Jacksonville.
Weather report here. Here we go.
The game's in Jacksonville, so it'll probably – actually, I don't know, Lenny. Could this be a game where it's so warm that throws off certain players?
Yeah.
Yes, it is expected to be 73 degrees with a 6% chance of rain.
There's no way.
It's not going to rain. They're going to get too comfy.
Very, very, very cloudy, though. Very cloudy.
Ooh,
very cloudy.
Like cloudy with a chance. Anyways, guys, mortal locks here for you. I want to serenade you. All right. I got mortal locks for days. If there's one thing the Paisan family is known for, it is winners, winners, winners. And of course, serenades. So let me just get a little G minor with an A flat here. Listen to this. This is my mortal lock of the week. Miami's got a Dolphin, the greatest football team. We take the ball. It's Dolphins, 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 baby. That's the winner this week. -7. It's a lock. Fitzpatrick is coming back. And guess what? I've been watching Miami Dolphins football long enough to know when if it's tragic and if it's magic coincide. This is a Fitz magic game. Tua is probably going to be out. The defense is back. Xavier Howard with picks for days. Agba is going to get a couple sacks. Vegas does not know how to handicap this team. Miami's laying 7. Darnold's playing. I prefer Darnold to play. That guy sees ghosts. He stinks. You know who else sees ghosts? That little boy in that movie, Sixth Sense. Mitch, have you ever seen The Sixth Sense before?
Can't say I have.
Can't say he has. M. Night Shyamalan. Phenomenal movie. I've seen it. Every other American's seen it. Mitchie has not. Dolphins -7. It's a lock. Lock it in. And since we're all just doing 2 more locks this week, I guess, I want the over 53.5 in Buffalo Chargers. I want the over. I want the over. Guaranteed 2-0 this week. Lock it in. Put the mortgage on it. But, of course, gamble responsibly. I love it. I love it, boys. Solid episode.
Can I tell you something, Antony, because I care about you?
Good thing.
I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Cincinnati Bearcats fan. I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan.
It's the dumbest, fakest animal I've ever heard of. Doesn't
it's
exist.
Actually a legit animal. Anyway, let's not get to that. Okay.
Technically,
don't hurt anybody's feelings here. I'm also randomly, I love all Cincinnati teams, but then my family's from Michigan, so we love Michigan football. That's it. So Michigan basketball has had some good runs. We also love Michigan football. So, me being in my 20s, we've just heartbreak. All my teams lose. That's it. Okay. No. I've had a little bit of success here and there. And I just want to caution you about what your Miami football team is experiencing right now. I tried to caution you before the Denver game because they've just always been bad and they're just the Dolphins and they end up finding a way to do it. And I'm telling you, I've had the Bengals 8-0. Andy was putting up numbers. He was first in the MVP race. We're good now. We should beat teams. Just be careful. Enjoy that you have a team that should win games on a pretty weekly basis. But I'm just cautioning you because I'm telling you, the crash and burn hurts so much more. If I get into your position again, I'll do the same thing that you're doing, right? If the Bengals are 6-3, I'll do the same thing. I'm just letting you know. I don't know. They're going to win this week. But it's just, as the first words you come out of your mouth when you're talking about a team that you're hoping is going to go long term, the first thing you say is, Fitzpatrick is playing. I mean, we've had Fitzpatrick. Everybody's had Fitzpatrick. I love the man, but that's who you got as your main starter right now. I'm just cautioning.
I heard all that, but you forget one point. I'm undefeated in the picks that I've won. You forgot that.
I know, but I also said, hey, is there any chance they could go out to Denver in high altitude? It's going to be a weird game. And you're like,
short-term memory loss.
They don't know my Dolphins.
Not quarterback. Short-term memory loss, baby. Put the mortgage on it. Let's go. Dolphins -7. Lock it in. Solid first episode, boys. I like it. Where can the people find you, Mitch? Let's do a little shameless promotion. Where can the people find you? Last time I heard you're doing some twitchy stuff. You got like a nervous twitch or something. What's going on? Where can the people follow you? Where can you promote? Huh?
Yeah, play-by-play Twitch. No, play-by-play Mitch on Twitch. I just realized that's kind
of like an alliteration kind of situation.
Didn't mean to do it, but play-by-play Mitch on Twitch. It'll be it's game cast of the games, typically of Cincinnati games, so you can watch my heart get ripped out on live TV. But it's like delayed, right? So I'm not doing the live game. It'll be delayed by 30 seconds or so. So if you wanted to pop in, I try to keep it entertaining.
Yeah, pop in. Huh? Oh, a little shameless promotion for me. Of course, as you guys know, Antony Paisan is a nationally recognized celebrity. I'm probably going to be getting some professional headshots made, some professional shots of me in the Goomba suit, of course. And want hand-signed professional 8x10 glossies, 8.5 by 11, 5 by 7. You want 3 by 2s? All right, whatever you want, I'm willing to make them. I'm going to hand sign them. You need a Christmas gift? $20, $25. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm not on Cameo. I'm not a sellout. But if you want a personalized shout out, $20. We'll do $20. You want to jump on Zoom with me? 10, 15 minutes? $20. We'll do like $20. Christmas gifts all over the place. Pay me. You can send an email to Degenerates +3. You have to spell it all out. PLUSTHREE @gmail.com. Give me your money. It's not going to charity. It's going towards gambling. If you're
anything like Lenny, you can text us and we'll send you the actual spelling of Degenerates as well.
Yes, Degenerates +3 @gmail.
Hey, Antonia. Quick question for you.
How does this guy not know how to say Anthony?
Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. If the guys want to, if the guys want to follow you on social media, where they can find you at?
Follow me on Instagram, Antony Paisan.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Has Lenny's account already been removed, or can we send people that way too?
He's just dropping. I mean, the guy's a known anti-Semite. If he just keeps dropping stuff that he's been dropping, I mean, that account's going to be gonzo like that.
Yeah.
No, at Lenny BBF. Feel free to add him on the Twitter. But other than that, guys, I think that's a pretty solid first episode. We got locks. If you listen to our picks, you're going to be making a lot of money. Let's wrap it up. I think we can end this here, boys.
Absolutely. Pains me to say it, but my final one, I'll just say, take the Giants money line. You got to do it.
Ooh, that's all right. We're going to end on that. All right. End it, Lenny. Get us out of here. That stunk.